Claude Code can now remember everything about your business, so you can stop wasting time in every new session. And in this video I'm going to show you Andrej Karpathy's Obsidian memory system by giving Claude Code self-updating memory so it gets smarter every time you speak to it, which perfectly fixes its biggest limitation that most people are complaining about. So by the end of this video, you will have a full Claude memory system that can save you hours of explaining every month. So close all of your other tabs and let's dive right into it. But before I show you how you can set this up, I want to first talk a little bit about why we actually need this powerful combo. And the real answer is because Claude has a very big problem, which is none other than the fact that it has amnesia and basically forgets all the context that you gave it in your previous conversations. Which means every new chat that you create with Claude Code basically starts from zero, which makes you having to repeat yourself in order for you to give it all the required context. But that's where this man over here, Andrej Karpathy, comes in, where he published this very famous tweet over on X, which got over 20 million views, where he basically explains exactly how you can fix that problem. And his idea is very simple, because he proposed to simply use the LLM, which in our case is Claude, and have it build a custom knowledge base inside an app that is called Obsidian, which basically is an app that allows you to visually see all the different files and context that you have saved. So how this works in practice is you just feed it raw resources. This can be your SOPs, it can be information about your business, it can be any other context that you always want Claude to have. And then you basically let the LLM build this knowledge base in Obsidian for you. And just so you can visually see it, I created this graph over here, where as you can see, we first have the raw sources like PDFs, transcripts, or different clips. Then you give all of these things over to Claude Code, and you basically tell it, hey, read and organize those. And then Claude Code turns them into a linked wiki page, which is basically a simple way of saying knowledge base, which you can always easily access in the future. This allows us to perform three different moves. The first one is to ingest the data, which is basically us dropping the data and telling Claude to analyze it and connect it over to our Obsidian knowledge base. Then we have the query, which is the main function that most of you are going to be using, which is basically asking Claude a question, and since Claude has access to all the data from all the previous conversations, it can read that data and give you a correct response. And then we also have the lint function, which every so often it triggers and it can find different contradictions, stale notes, or gaps in your data, which it will then prompt you to allow it access so you can go over and fix those issues. And I know that many of you might be asking, well, Damian, what is the difference between this and a standard RAG system like Pinecone or even Supabase? And my answer to that is that traditional RAG works by following a predetermined process, which is it queries what you're asking, it then goes over and grabs that information, it gives you the answer, and then it completely forgets that you asked it that question. Which means that basically tomorrow it again starts from scratch and it doesn't automatically update its knowledge base if you tell it to do so. While with a wiki/Obsidian method, it can also retrieve information from the previous sources that you gave it, but it can also very easily update the sources if you actually prompt the AI to do so. And the very good thing about this is that one new source can actually update 10, 15, or even more pages if the content of the source is actually relevant to all of those pages. Which means that it's basically able to intelligently change information on your knowledge base. But when can this actually be useful in practice? And the answer to that is, it is very useful when you have multiple active projects and a lot of business context. Plus, if you have just a few hundred pages in your knowledge base. And if your knowledge base meets these requirements, then it is significantly cheaper and more efficient to use this Claude Code plus Obsidian method to get context from your previous conversations. While you would go for another option like a standard vector database only if you had significantly of a bigger knowledge base, which would need to be at 10,000 plus pages. And since I assume that most of you don't work with this many pages, today's video will be exactly what you're looking for. To be able to save and update the knowledge base of Claude across all all conversations with the lowest possible cost. That's why in this video I'm going to show you the two most practical use cases for this combo, which are going to be building a company AI chatbot brain, which will basically have all the information about your company, where then you or your customers will be able to ask it any question and it will give a 100% accurate response. And a research and competitive intelligence system, which will allow you to clip multiple articles that you come across when you're navigating the web, and with one click turning them into your knowledge base, so Claude Code can always have access to them with just one simple prompt. So now that you understand why this combo is so powerful, let me first show you how you can set this up in your PC. And to do that, you first have to go over to obsidian.md, which I will also leave a link for in the description below, and then simply download it for your operating system. And once you open it up, you're going to see something like this. Now I know this might seem intimidating at first, but don't worry, this is actually super simple to navigate, since all you have to do is to simply come down here to the bottom of the page to where you will be able to see the specific vault that you are on, and then simply click on it, click on manage vaults, and then this page is going to pop up. Now the first thing that we have to do is to simply come over here and click on create, and then we simply need to give a name to our new vault. I'm going to call it vault 1, and then we need to select the location of that folder. So I'll simply click on browse, I will go over in my desktop, and I'm going to create a new folder, which I will also call vault 1 for this example, and then I will click on open. And now that we did that, we can simply come over here and click on create. And this is going to create our new vault for us, which means that we're done with our Obsidian setup. And now all we have to do is to tell Claude Code to bring a knowledge base over here. So to do that, open up your IDE. I will personally use Andrej Karpathy for this example, and then make sure you open the vault folder that we just created. And after you do that, simply come over here to the top. I will click on view, terminal, which is going to open up a terminal where I will then be able to simply type Claude, and I will be able to access Claude Code from over here. Now obviously you can do this in VS Code, you can do this in Cursor, you can do this wherever you want. I just personally chose Andrej Karpathy. And now that we also opened up Claude Code inside the correct folder, you will need to go over to this GitHub repo, which was created by Andrej Karpathy himself, and I will also leave a link for it in the description below. And then all you need to do is to simply come over here and copy the full text of this repo, which is exactly what I just did, and then simply come back over to Claude Code, paste it in, and say something like, this is what I want you to do. And now if we send over this prompt, you will see that Claude Code is going to start executing, and it's basically going to do the full setup in Obsidian for us, creating all the necessary folders that we will need in order for our knowledge base to be working correctly. Now this might ask you this question, which is, what are you going to be using this for? Simply select one of these options. Again, it honestly doesn't really matter, and then simply submit your answers. And you will slowly start seeing Claude Code creating these Obsidian folders over here. As you can see, we have a raw folder, which is going to be the folder in which we're going to drop all the assets that we want in our knowledge base, and also a wiki folder, which basically gives instructions to Claude for how it should retrieve this information. And boom, as you can see, Claude Code just finished executing, and now our Obsidian setup is fully done. Where over here to the right, we will also be able to see our knowledge base being connected through all these different lines. Now I know this might not make sense yet, but don't worry, because you will understand this once we set up the main practical use case for this knowledge base, which is going to be an AI chatbot that has all the information about our business. So information about our clients, about our services, about our SOPs, about our policies, which then Claude will be able to retrieve in any new conversation and give us a correct response. So to do this, we need some files basically explaining all these different parts of our business, which I have created and I have put inside a folder in my desktop that is called company. And as you can see, these different files cover everything, for a company overview, to our refund and cancellation policy, to our services and pricing, to our SOP client onboarding, to our support ticket handling, and everything else when it comes to our company. So to add this information inside our Obsidian knowledge base, all we have to do is to simply come over here and copy these files, and then we simply need to navigate over in our desktop or wherever you created your Obsidian Vault folder. I personally created it in my desktop, and it's this one over here. And then all you need to do is to find the folder that is called raw, then simply open it up and paste everything in over here. Or if you don't want to do that, you could simply come back over to Claude Code and tell it something like, hey, I have all the information about my company in a folder in my desktop that's called company, so I want you to take all of those different files and put them inside our brand new Obsidian vault. And then simply send over this prompt, which will basically trigger Claude Code and it's going to make it basically do the copy and pasting for you. Which, as you can see, is exactly what Claude did. And we can verify this by going over inside our raw folder in our vault. Plus, if we go back over to Obsidian, we will be able to see all of these different files that contain information about the process of our business being displayed over here. But as you can see from the diagram, they're not yet connected to our knowledge base, since they're basically separate dots in this graph. So to actually connect them, we simply need to come back over to Claude Code and say something like, hey, now I want you to ingest all of these files inside our knowledge base and send over this prompt. So now Claude Code is going to analyze these files, figure out the exact content that they have inside, and then it's basically going to successfully connect them to our current knowledge base. And it is also going to update any of our current files that have something contradictory. And boom, as you can see, Claude Code just finished ingesting all of these pages. And if we actually go back over to Obsidian, we will see that now all of the different pages are linked with multiple other pages that contain similar information. And just so we can verify this, I will come back over to Claude Code and I will ask a question you could only know if it actually looks inside a knowledge base, which is going to be, hey, what are the services that we're offering and what is the pricing that we have? And I send over this prompt and you will see that Claude Code is going to look inside a knowledge base and it is then going to return us the exact services that our company offers along with the exact price for each one of the services, which is exactly the same as the information that had put inside those documents. And the good thing with this is that we can constantly keep adding more and more information and expand this web and make it basically know everything about us and our business. So let's say, for example, we also wanted to add this document over here, which has information about one of our specific clients in the dental industry, where all we would have to do is to simply come back over to Claude Code, say something like, hey, I want you to take the document for one of my clients that I have in the dental industry, which is in my desktop, and ingest it inside my knowledge base. And Claude Code just finished adding this file in our knowledge base. And as you can see, this also went over and updated a bunch of the other files that we had inside the knowledge base. Specifically, it updated the pricing and discounts page, and it also added this Cobalt Assistant that we are now offering, along with updating some more pages, which means that the AI successfully went over and intelligently updated our knowledge base, which is something that would be very hard to do in a traditional rack system. And now if I come over here and I ask, for example, hey, do we offer any customer support assistant? And I send over this prompt, you will see that we will get this response over here. Yes, we do offer that, and it costs $6,500, which is the exact price that I had inputted in that brand new document. Now, if you want dedicated help with building the app that you have always wanted, make sure you click the top link in the description and you join my school community, where I have helped many beginners just like you build and monetize their own AI app. And now I need to show you the second way you can use this knowledge base that is just as useful and probably the one that I personally use the most. Because I'm sure many of you are reading articles which have very useful information, but then once you close down that page, that information basically gets lost forever, where a lot of times you wish you actually saved it and you also gave it to your AI model so you can be more up to date and informed about either different topics or even what your competitors are doing. But don't worry, because whenever you're reading an article, you have the option to immediately pull it in your Claude's knowledge base with just one click by downloading the Obsidian Web Clipper extension, which to access you can click in the link down below, and then all you have to do is to simply come over here and click on Add to your browser. Then simply click on Add Extension, and the extension will be successfully activated. Well, then in any article that you're reading and you want to immediately pull in your Obsidian knowledge base, you can simply come over here to the top, click on the extension, and this is going to retrieve all the information that article has. Where then you can simply click on Add to Obsidian, and then this is going to add this article in your Obsidian knowledge base. Where then you will be able to come back over to Claude Code and say something like, hey, I just added a new article in my Obsidian knowledge base. make sure you ingest it and send over the prompt so Claude Code can analyze that content and immediately link it with the rest of your knowledge base. And I think you guys can see how powerful this can be, since you can literally ingest all the information that your competitors have in their websites, which you can then use to find gaps in the marketing and create a significant advantage for yourself. But now I want to be very clear on something, which is that you don't actually need this knowledge-based system to be using Claude Code productively. But setting this up correctly can actually save you hours every single month and give context to Claude every single week. That's why I would strongly advise you to take the time and actually set up this memory system in just 10 minutes. And also, if you want dedicated help with building and launching the app idea that you have always wanted, make sure you click the top link in my description and you join my school community, where I have helped multiple beginners build and launch their own successful AI app. So if you want to be one of those people and get dedicated one-to-one access to me, make sure you click the top link in my description and check out my school community. But also YouTube things, you're going to enjoy this video, in which I show you how you can use the powerful combo of Claude Code and Codex. So make sure you go and watch that next, and I will see you over there.